Natural health. Hope you're having a great day. New Year's resolutions. We're going to talk about weight loss and health. Again, welcome to 2022. This is our first health shop for the year, and I want to promote too that people are able to come to these in person if they like. Then after we get done with the actual presentation, we can answer questions and things. So something to think about, especially as the weather gets better. It's too cold tonight with all the ice and snow and stuff. But as we get into better weather, you're always welcome to come. Before the COVID thing here, we used to have quite a good crowd come to these things and just ask questions. People ask questions about what we do here and what's all going on. So it's pretty neat stuff. And then I can also do a little small mini exam that I do for patients to let them see if they are nutrition response testing patients or whatever they're into. We're happy to help that way. So that's available, and we're going to kind of promote that more as we get into 2022. I think everybody's seen 2021 was not a very good year for health. Again, with all the goofiness going on with the virus business and the jab business and all that kind of stuff, I hope many people are starting to look at the fact that mainstream medicine is really, really good for injuries and things like that. But as far as health, they're controlled by factors that don't allow people to actually be healthy. They are looking at disease management, but not only health. So this translates into what we're going to talk about tonight, in that we're talking about New Year's resolutions. And of course, everybody makes New Year's resolutions and they break them right away. Well, we don't want people to do that. We want people to look at a goal they have and not really a thing they have to do and then break it. We want to get them looking at long-term lifestyle changes that help them to be healthy. And what we have found in our office is that if we work towards actual true health, the weight loss thing comes off. Weight comes off all by itself. So when you go on a diet, yes, you can lose all kind of weight on a diet, but if you don't change your lifestyle, then right when you get done with the diet and go back to what you were doing before, most of the time the weight comes back on plus more. So we're always trying to get patients to look at what it takes to change their lifestyle and look at changing their diet and see what they can do long term to help the body to be healthy. So it's a different paradigm, different way of looking at health and weight loss. New Year's resolutions, again, we look at that as far as making a pact with ourselves to do something, but let's look at it long term, not only in 2022, but all the way, just keep on going to changing our lifestyles to become more healthy, and we don't have to be treated all the time. Anybody who's on any medication, if you're on long-term medications, you're not healthy. If you're on high blood pressure medication all the time, you're not healthy. The medication is covering up the symptom, but it's not helping the underlying cause. So you just continue with the underlying cause, plus and you keep adding more problems as the medication has its own problems. So you want to look at this in more of a natural, organic, holistic approach to health, more than just treating a symptom that way. So it's a little different way of looking at things. So, of course, I'm Dr. Mark. As we get into 2022, I'm looking forward to, in March, will be our actually 40th anniversary of the office opening, March 15th. I graduated from college in chiropractic school, got my license way back in January that would have been 80 to 81 so 82. So anyway, 82. So 40 years ago, so it's been a long time, long haul, and we've had a lot of experience now. We know what we're doing, finally. And we have a lot of success with patients, getting them well and healthy from any kind of problems that they might have. You just learn, teaching the body or learning, giving the body the information needs to get itself to heal. And most of the time people come in here, they have barriers to healing. Even on the chiropractic side, if they have subluxations, the nervous system's not able to heal. It's not able to work correctly. If they have barriers like heavy metal poisoning, toxicity, or food allergies or whatever, in the nutritional side, that's a barrier. The body can't heal itself. So our goal here at Natural Health is to get these barriers out of there and get the body able to heal itself. The body has the ability to do it. It's been doing it for millennia, thousands and thousands, and however we look at it, millions of years. And so it can do that. It just has to be treated correctly. You have to give it the right building blocks, and you have to remove the barriers for that. So again, welcome to 2022. It's a great time though, even if we don't make a resolution, that we look at our health and what it takes, look at maybe getting things better, whatever it takes to do that. And again, not looking at treatments, but looking at underlying causes of problems and getting the body to fix those, rather than just taking, getting more medications, even more surgeries, whatever. And I'm not saying there's not a place for that. Of course, if you're going to stroke out, you want to have high blood pressure medication. But if we can figure out the underlying cause of it, you shouldn't have to be on all that medication all the time. So, because most people find out that as they get older, they're on another one. Pretty soon they're on, 10, 12, 15, 18, 20, 25 medications. Of course, it's not healthy. So anyway, we want to try to get people to look at it in a different paradigm, a different light, that health is what the body can do to heal itself, not what treatment you can take for a certain condition. Of course, we're always looking at, my side of the coin, looking at diet and getting people to look at that long lifestyle change that will help them to stay healthy and give their body a chance to really heal up over time. Sometimes, you probably heard it takes the body 7 years to replace itself, kind of an old adage. And so, it takes time, even as we get these barriers out of there and get the body started on the path to healing, it takes time for the body to repair itself and replace itself and put all good tissue in there. If you've been eating donuts and all kind of junk for years and years and years, and you're diabetic, have insulin resistance, and whatever else is going on there, or high blood pressure, you're on medication for 20 years or decades, it's not going to happen overnight that we can get rid of all these problems, but you can do it. And if you don't try to do that, the problems are going to get worse and worse, a snowball. And so you're going to have more and more problems, and we want to avoid it. We want to stop that process of degeneration and get the body actually well. And again, just actually being healthy. What does that term mean to you? Is that just means lack of symptoms? That's what it means in the medical field. Just lack of symptoms or no symptoms means they think you're healthy. Well, again, many people that come in here, we get to see their blood work and things. Their blood work is all askew. They don't have any symptoms, but then, what does that mean? And of course, a lot of times medics don't have a way of treating all the parameters in the blood test, and there's reason why blood tests go on or have problems. So we figure that out. We figure out what's underlying there. And that's a nutrition response testing technique that I use here. And we, of course, do chiropractic as well. And chiropractic works on the nervous system. But like changing the diet, getting the blood sugar correct, getting the, just your sodium and all these minerals and things correct in the body so that it can heal itself and be healthy, and that you have good energy and a very strong immune system. Again, as we've seen this last year, we got all these variants, all these bugs. They've always been around. The flu's been around forever and ever. And your body has to be able to handle these viruses, these bugs. I mean, the bugs are fine. We know about them, but that's not what makes the body healthy. Just killing off the bugs. And the worst thing is, a lot of times people try to use sanitizers and all kinds of things to kill bugs, but also the sanitizer, the active ingredient like triclosan, is a carcinogenic. So not only are they not helping the body heal, but they're actually poisoning themselves in a small form, but over time it adds up. So it's important to realize all these things that we have been kind of trained into for years and years, and not really looked at the underlying things that are going on there. Yes, they sell products, they make people money, all that kind of thing, but are you much healthier? Are you getting healthier? Are you getting worse shape? That's probably the question to ask as we get into 2022. Is what is your health status? What are you getting better or getting worse? And age is not such a big deal. There's many people who are very old that are in really good shape. It's the mileage. We look at the mileage, not so much only the work and things, but just the stresses people have been under, the bad food choices they've been under. And many people just don't know any better. I mean, it's just they've been eating this way forever. This, that, another thing. They learned it from somewhere. And everybody else can have pizza and beer. Why can't I do that all the time? Well, again, everybody's body is different. You have to figure out what's going on there and then work with them. So I think that gives you a pretty good idea what I'm looking forward to in the new year, and helping patients with getting an idea of how to get them healthy more than just chasing symptoms all the time. And many people come in here with a lot of symptoms, and we track those symptoms to get those gone. but we're looking at underlying causes of the condition, again, to get those well. So I think that's enough for me tonight. We'll turn it over to Dr. Chip, got a lot more good information to go through, and hopefully you can have a great 2022 and stay warm. Don't forget to check out our website, naturalhealthquincy.com. You can sign up for our newsletter. Now, also you can come to these meetings on Monday nights at 6 o'clock, and you're welcome to come to those. And if you can do anything, if you have any questions, also we have free consultations. So again, you can come, find out what we're doing here, ask questions about what we're doing that's different than other places. So we're happy to help and love to help people. So just let us know. Anyway, Dr. Chip can take over. Have a great evening. Thanks.
All right, that was some great information there from Dr. Mark. I'm going to go ahead and go along with this whole talk with New Year's resolutions. I'm Dr. Chip, and let's get started. And so again, you can probably go back and look at your 2021 goals and see where you measured up to since last time. So now this year, of course, 2022, if you can see that those goals, did you make progress? Did you complete what you wanted to do? Did you do whatever you wanted or whatever your goals were? That's great. But a lot of times when people set goals or these resolutions and everything, they're trying to achieve something that they're not willing to be different about. So when these goals are, you'd say, monumental, it actually is a very big struggle for a lot of people in that certain area. And again, there's not many people that just get rich overnight or healthy overnight or anything like that. It's usually just kind of this stepping stone process where, again, 1% better every day is, again, how you do it along the way. But of course, is that you need to really be that person. You need to know, okay, if I was this person that were achieving these goals, who would I be? How would I be acting? What would I be doing? And so again, that's something to keep in mind. Of course, when we go back to last year, we see that we didn't quite accomplish what we wanted to or anything like that. Again, don't be hard on yourself. Just know that there are different things that you probably can change a little direction or change your mindset a little bit, and that can help a ton. So again, the big question here is why? Why do you want to have those goals achieved? Why do you aspire to do those things you want to do? Why do you want to be healthier, want to be better at anything in general? And so that's a big question. A lot of people want to know how and what and kind of where and all that, but they forget about the why. And the why is so important is because it's kind of more of that driving fuel to those goals or destinations or anything like that. And so I'm going to put a little picture here. Now, why, again, you question yourself, why do I want to achieve this or that, or why do I even think about those things? And you might ask yourself that, and what comes up sometimes is that we are kind of more influenced a lot about from different people, the media, news, all that, and we think the things that we want are actually what we want, but we kind of forget why we want them. And when we kind of realize those things, it actually helps us to understand that we might not actually want those things, and that helps us to see that those goals that we wanted to get back in the past, actually they might be something that we don't really want. And so we kind of make sure to come back to that a lot of times there too. And so that's why I put this picture here too, is that come back to your heart. Where is it in your heart do you want to get to, or why comes from this, not normally from this. And so again, why from the heart, how from the head. And a lot of times when we get stuck in our heads there, we get stuck on the what and the how process, we are actually limiting ourselves to that accomplishment or that goal. And so again, the heart, again, the why, it's kind of more of that being, that who we want to be in that process there too. And so in any circumstance, in anything, it could be health, it could be weight loss, it could be financial, it could be abundance, it could be anything like that. We want to make sure that we want to focus on who we're being in that process and enjoying the journey. A lot of times when we get stuck on the goal or the image that we're trying to achieve, we forget to enjoy the process along the way. And so again, there's many athletes and inventors and engineers and artists and philosophers and everything like that, and they learned that it was the process that they had to enjoy in order to get where they were going to be. Because really, when you're being that person, things will come to you much better. And so again, when you want to, again, get healthier in certain aspects there too, that's where we have actually just gained more knowledge about, and that's why we can help you. But of course, that's why we're doing these health shops to help you to understand the process there too. And so again, the big thing there too is who are you being in during the process there too. A lot of times, of course, we get focused and we get focused on the destination, the goal, but we forget about the process, who we're being, and all the difficult challenges and obstacles that other people had to face to get there too. So again, don't get hard on yourself, or don't go get down on yourself for being in a certain spot where you're at, because that getting hard or condemning yourself for things like that is actually keeping you away from that goal or destination. So again, for us, again, more about health and wellness, that is the main thing there too, is just when we get our values straight, when we're being that person that from a good healthy standpoint, we start to fall in line the thoughts that we're thinking and the different attitude where you want to be in a good healthy way. So again, I think that is it for me. And again, just kind of more repeating or reminding is that to always enjoy the process, whatever you're trying to achieve or to attain. And so again, that's it for this health shop tonight. You can follow us at Natural Health Quincy IL, or that's the web, or that's the Facebook. Sorry, Natural Health Quincy IL on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. We kind of changed a little bit here. You can always subscribe to our email list at naturalhealthquincy.com. That is our website also, and then the location is 2000 Jefferson Street in Quincy, Illinois, and the number is 217-228-2040. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was some good information for you to see that, again, a lot of these New Year's resolutions that people set or the goals that we want to achieve, we need to kind of come back to, again, the whys, and of course, just seeing that there's a lot of misinformation out there that if you get kind of caught up in that, just like Dr. Mark was explaining, is that there's always two sides of the coin, and making sure to not go fully into one side, because of course you can always flip it around and see that there might be actually something else that is keeping you from that attaining that goal or achieving health in that way. So again, thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of the week. Thank you.